you know, my little toolbox over here isn't just cutting up my, I got some of my dad's tools, and so now I'm gonna try and, you know, my little box wouldn't hold all the ones that I got from him. But my dad used to be a diesel mechanic, and so let's see, that fits better that way. Well, anyway, he was a diesel mechanic, and he had all these tools, and of course he's retired and everything like that. So my other brother, he got his big toolbox, and I had towed that down to him when I went up to my, you know, help build the fence and stuff like that. So I towed that down to him. I took some of the tools. My brother got the rest of the tools, and so now I need to. I went and bought these two push toolboxes, and so I'm just going to try and sort all these wrenches that I have and sockets and everything like that, and I'm just kind of cleaning them up as I go, and that way I just kind of get them all organized. I've always kept my toolbox just kind of just throwing tools in there and everything. So I'm trying something different. I'm just trying to gonna try and just keep everything organized. I got these cool. Let me show you. Got these Ernst Wrench Pro sockets here, or organizers, and it's a nice little setup. So now I can put these sockets in here, or I keep calling them sockets. It's been a heck of a day. I'm tired. So the wrench is in there. So as you can see, they go in real nice. They hold them real nice. They hold this is 1.25 inches, so it holds them all the way pretty nice. Even if I get a real small one in there, it takes them all the way down to the bottom so they don't move. And they're magnetic on the bottom, so they stick, you know, so they stick down to the actual metal part here, so they're not moving around. And yeah, I just got to organize all my stuff. I've been just, you know, I know I've been more focused working on the car, but I just need to take a day or two and clean all this up and you know, get this all worked out. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that little car meet last night. I had quite the fun time. I'm glad my friends talked me into going to it, and usually my daughter's not interested in stuff like that, so it was really nice. My daughter's like, well, yeah, let's go. I'm like, really? I'm like, okay, let's go then. And yeah, so we had a good time. My daughter had a good time. Everybody had a good time. And it was good. It was a good little turnout. The people there were really great and nice. Everybody was just chatting everybody up and having a good time. One of the better ones I've been to. You know, Cars and Coffee in the morning. More of the public, you know, come and see that one. But the one at the Shelby one, it was more real car guys. So, and that's what made that one a lot more fun, because they were just gearheads, you know. So anyway, but yeah, so this little product, I highly suggest. It was really cheap. I bought these off of Walmart, and they were like, what, I don't know, $17 or something like that. I mean, just really cheap for an organizer. Some of these organizers can get really expensive, so, you know. So anyway, but yep, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna organize that, and then I got some more of the rubber mat, you know, just for my other toolbox. So I've had that toolbox forever. And then I also got some more wrench or socket holders and dividers. So, and then these ones, no, I didn't get the magnetic ones. So these weren't the magnetic ones. but still, that way I can organize all my sockets also. I already have a good socket setup up top, but if you kind of look at what I got up here, see, I mean, it's just, I got things just stacked all over the place, so I want to just organize all my tools today. So I figured I'd start with the wrenches, and so like this will be like, I figured more like the wrenches for this one, sockets maybe for that one, and then whatever kind of fits in between the two. And then of course I got the thing down there, so you know, I might put my power tools on there. I don't know. Well, we'll see. Once I start organizing, it might be nice to put power tools down on there. And then that toolbox there, I'm gonna have just the stuff I don't use hardly at all. I'll use this stuff, you know, the sockets and wrenches a lot more. And you know, I might, like I said, put my drill and power tools down there. The oddball stuff I'll probably keep in my small toolbox. And so that's all I'm going to be doing today, is just like organizing, you know. And I'll have to probably move some stuff around a little bit and make it work, make these fit in that corner a little bit better. All right, that's all I'm going to do today. That's my little update. And these were on sale on Walmart too. You know, they were like almost 80 bucks for the nice heavy metal. I put these together a couple of nights ago, but I mean, these are solid, nice, has a lock. You know, the lid comes down, keep the dust and stuff out. It's a nice little setup. So anyway, so I probably got like 100 different wrenches here. So we're gonna set up everything a little different. See, I already got this set up down here. So a lot of the stuff up top here, you know, half of that's mine, half of that's my dad's. These were mine. And then, yeah, it's just, I don't know if I need all these wrenches. We're going through them though. If not, I'll take them back up to my brother and he can have a bunch if he wants them. Oh, shoot. All right. So now that I got it full, open it up, snap it in. Got all these organized. So I got the ratchet wrenches on this side. Some of them I just doubled up because I had two of them and I just was starting to run out of room. No big deal. But then I got some of these other ratchets, and then some of the oddball long ones that you just never know that you'll need to use. And I noticed my dad heated up a lot of wrenches and bent them. I started noticing a lot of them after a while. But and then here's the second drawer. You know, some different style wrenches, some shorty wrenches, and of course these little guys, they're just the tiny little wrenches that I'll definitely use. These ones will be more portable. These are all just metric. Of course, these are metric, and you know, just depends on what side you flip it over on. So these will be more of my portable tools, and then these ones are just spare. I mean, I got a ton for that size. So it's kind of a nice little setup. Now this one's just gonna be all wrenches, and then we'll go over to this one and start on the sockets. It's gonna make things a lot more easier finding stuff. I'll tell you that much. Down below, you know, I got a bunch of drill stuff, like drill bits and electric tools and stuff like that. So I might put that down on the bottom there. We'll see. I still got a bunch of, you know, tools I have to go through. This is what I brought from my dad's. Some ratchets and that, and you know, so I'll have to figure that out next on this one. So I'm just gonna move everything over on this one and start on the ratchets and sockets, Then once that's done, then I can start cleaning through the actual toolbox and see what we got in there. Man, what a mess. Like all my hammers and, you know, stuff like that, that's definitely going to stay in the toolbox. Like I said, these are going to be more for my ratchets and sockets. Oh, I can just wheel them right on over. I mean, I'll make it real nice. I can just bring it right over, take it over to the neighbors if it needs to. I can just wheel it right on over. You know, yeah. So now let's get started on the sockets. All right, so here's just my sockets. Okay, I'm gonna start doing, you know, the metric down here, and then standard up top. And then I gotta go through all these. These are all metric too. See, I just threw them all in there. I put them in kind of order though when I first put them in there, but this plastic is just not holding up like it should, so that's why I got these nifty little clip-in things. So these were cheap too. I mean, they're just cheap plastic. I might use the bigger one there because these fit in nicer this way, and plus it'll be red. It'll kind of match up top. I think it'll look better. So I'm gonna start up with all of that because these are all the standard, and get them done, and then I'll move down to the metric. And then of course, then you can kind of see I got some of my ratchets sitting up along there, my wobblies off to the side, and wobbly there, and you know, some of my Matco tools that my dad had, some more ratchets. And then of course, then down here I got I got all my extensions, and then I got my my torque wrenches, the, you know, breaker bars, and some of the extendo, you turn them and they extend out ratchets. And of course I couldn't fit this one anywhere, it wouldn't fit in any of the holes, so I'll just throw it down here. And yeah, so a little more organized. At least I could pull it open, go, okay, now you just could grab a breaker bar and see, because I got the smaller breaker bar in with a quarter and then a 3/4 or 1/2, whatever, you know what I'm talking about. And oh, here's another wobbly. I don't know where that went. Anyway, so yeah, so that's basically what I'm going to do now. Let's get these sorted and then go from there. I could put this up in here. So you know what? I'll put this one down here. It'd be easier to find if I ever need it. All right, got a lot of sockets. Never know when you need them. Like I said, all this stuff like right here is basically mine, or besides the wobblies that I just put in here, but all that stuff was mine, and this was all mine for some odd reason. And so most of the sockets are mine, believe it or not. The breaker bars and all that, ratchets, are for my dad. And yeah, but the sockets are pretty much mine. And one thing I think I'm going to do though is I think I'm going to buy a whole new fancy screwdriver set. All of my screwdrivers are kind of getting pretty beat up, so I might just go buy a bunch of new ones there. All right, I'll come back after this is more sorted. Okay, so I lied. These are all standard. Oh my gosh. All right, so I kind of got these sorted somewhat. I still got to get these up in there. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to finish off doing these, getting them up in there, and then I'll move down to the metric and finish up my metric because I don't have as much metric, and then I'll go back and see what I got left for that. So I'm going to use the blue down for the metric and red and black up top, you know, for the standard. All right, here we go. A lot of sorting. Sorted all these out. so here's my next drawer. I'm gonna put some screwdrivers here. Makes it look nice. And of course all my ratchets and stuff down there. So now, a lot more organized. A lot more organized. Now I have to go over to that. All right. I didn't get to any of the actual toolbox. We'll save that for another day. But I did get my screwdrivers and everything in here. Just so much nicer. I mean, look, it's just, you know. So I got the standard, you know, sockets basically up there. The metric, which, you know, you don't really use a ton, but enough. And then of course my screwdrivers. And down here below is my, you know, my ratchets and all that. So everything's just organized. You know, I decided to tip them over. It's easier to see, you know, kind of to see everything. Then my really long extension, and then my really long breaker bar that won't fit going across. So that's kind of nice and snug, really nice. Of course, the other one you saw with the, you know, with the wrenches. So now I can just put those off to the side. Once I clean up that corner, those can go in there. I'll move them. I think I'm going to put these right here where the toolbox is, and probably move the toolbox maybe more in that corner. I don't know yet. This garage is just clear full of junk. It'd be nice to, you know, I maximized out the space too. I got my ladders up here. I mean, it's really, it's maximized. I could definitely clear out some more. Yeah, but anyway, so that's it for tonight. You know, I spent all day pretty much on that, and I'll get through my toolbox one day, and then we'll get back working on this car. Hopefully start next week. The next 2 days are going to be kind of heavy at work, I do believe so. But then after that, I should get a break, and then after that break, we should be able to. I should be getting home earlier, you know, to actually finish up, you know, or start working back on this car. So, all right, guys, we're gonna leave it off there, and we'll see you next time.